Mr. President, and Your Excellency, Mr. Salah, for giving me the opportunity to present here today. And thank you to everyone for taking the time to join us today to discuss Kinross's perspective on renewable energy opportunities for mining development in Mauritania. For those of you who may not be familiar with Kinross Gold, we are a leading global gold mining company. The world-class Tasiast mine in Mauritania, which we have been operating very successfully with the support of the government for more than 10 years, is a cornerstone asset in our portfolio. As a company, over the remainder of this decade, our global portfolio is expected to produce, on average, 2 million ounces of gold annually. And Kinross is committed to being a leader in sustainability, a positive contributor to host communities, and a responsible steward of the environment. Aligned with this commitment, we have made ESG a priority at every stage of the mining life cycle across our global portfolio, which includes leveraging renewable energy opportunities. To explore this topic and what it means to us as a company today, I will briefly discuss our world-class Tasiast operation and its local contributions in Mauritania, outline Kinross's commitment to ESG and our climate change strategy, and share our approach to renewable energy opportunities, including the solar power plant we are building at Tasiast. Tasiast is one of the largest gold mines in Africa, employing 1,200 people and working with 2,800 business partners. We first acquired the operation in 2010 as an 8,000 ton per day site. In 2018, we completed the phase 1 expansion to 12,000 tons per day, and we are currently increasing capacity even further, which will take us up to 24,000 tons per day. We expect to produce about 600,000 ounces of gold at Tasiast this year and to complete our 24,000 ton expansion by mid next year. We're very excited about this next phase of our growth and the production increase we expect to see next year. These expansions were made possible due to the more than $2.8 billion in investment that we have made to critical infrastructure to optimize Tasiast and right-size the operation over the past 10 years. Supporting the local economy is also a priority for us. And in 2021 alone, Kinross generated over $300 million to support the Mauritanian economy through payments to the government, in-country suppliers, wages, and community support. Of that, approximately $185 million was spent on local suppliers. We believe that the support for local businesses is one of the most significant ways in which we can contribute to local community development, and across our operations and projects, we endeavor to purchase a broad range of goods and services from small, local, community-based cooperatives. Providing opportunities through employment is another tangible and an important benefit companies can provide to host communities. And I'm pleased to say that since Kinross acquired Tasiast, we have increased the local Mauritanian workforce from percentages in the mid-80s to today approximately 97%, providing more opportunities for Mauritanians. The development of a skilled national Mauritanian workforce is also being an ongoing priority for us. In 2019, we began a partnership with Mauritania's School of Technical Education and Vocational Training to help improve training opportunities, and to date, 258 youth from the regions around Tasiast have graduated from the program. I'm proud to say that our Mauritanization strategy, comprised of a broad range of learning and development opportunities, internship programs, recruitment and mentorship initiatives, is making a significant contribution to building a national workforce at Tasiast. Generating sustainable long-term benefits for our host communities is a priority across our portfolio. And when we consider Tasiast in particular, it's notable that since 2011, poverty has decreased from 28% to approximately 6% near the mine. In the area of healthcare, in 2021, Tasiast continued its mobile clinic service for local communities despite pandemic restrictions, reaching more than 3,600 patients. And during COVID-19, we committed $2 million to support the government's response plan, which included donating 38 ambulances and supporting improvements in the main hospital at Nuakchuk. We also provided employees and contractors with COVID-19 vaccinations, with the site reaching a 100% vaccination rate. Environmental protection is also a focus. And last year, we continued our engagement with Mauritania's Bank Daryin National Park, PNBA, which is designated as a Ramsar Convention wetland site and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We collaborate on scientific studies about the park's biodiversity and ecosystems, and we support projects with traditional communities in the park, along with capacity building for PNBA staff. We're very proud of our ESG performance at Tasiast, and before addressing our efforts in the area of renewable energy, I would like to discuss the framework that governs our commitment to mining responsibly. This framework guides our climate change strategy, which goes hand in hand with renewable energy opportunities. Across our portfolio, as well as at Tasiast, our operational performance and development plans are guided by a focus on putting safety first and by our values. These values prioritize environmental stewardship, social commitment, strong governance, or otherwise known as ESG. And as such, we are grounded by an ESG strategy that prioritizes doing no harm, acting ethically and responsibly, making a positive contribution, and continuously improving. We are proud of our track record as a responsible miner and continue to rank well among our peers in major international ESG rankings and ratings. We are also committed to sharing the benefits that mining can bring to communities surrounding our mines and our host countries. In 2021, Kinross generated a total of $3.5 billion in economic benefits in all our host countries through taxes, wages, procurement, and community support. Our commitment to ESG and doing the right thing also drives our recognition of issues that are of global importance, such as climate change. Kinross recognizes our responsibility to contribute positively to mitigating our impacts, and earlier this year we delivered our climate change strategy and greenhouse gas reduction action plan. The strategy, which provided tangible goals towards reducing our impacts, is structured in the following pillars: incorporating energy-efficient and renewable energy projects into operations, partnering with equipment manufacturers and energy suppliers to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and energy use, embedding climate change considerations into strategic business decisions, maintaining robust governance and transparent reporting, and enhancing the business's resiliency to climate change to mitigate risks. Importantly, we also committed to being a net zero greenhouse emissions company by 2050 and set a target to achieve a 30% reduction in intensity per ounce of gold produced of Scope 1 and Scope 2 emissions by 2030. The first pillar of our climate change strategy is incorporating energy-efficient and renewable energy projects into operations, which is of course aligned with today's topic. Over the past decade, we have made significant progress in improving energy efficiencies, which have saved approximately 30,000 tons in greenhouse gas emissions annually. That equates to about the equivalent of about 6,500 cars each year. We have a good track record of making green investments and adapting our business even before this became a focus that it is today. For example, in 2021, 50% of the electricity used at our sites was sourced from grids or self-generated that was from renewable sources. In 2018, we acquired 2 hydroelectric plants in Brazil, which are now supplying renewable energy to our operations there. And in Chile, we use renewable power to meet 100% of our La Coipas mine's needs. Specific to Mauritania, we are also in the process of developing a 34-megawatt solar power plant at Tasiast that would reduce consumption of fossil fuels used for power generation while also providing a solid economic return. This project is expected to save 530,000 tons in greenhouse gas emissions over the life of the mine. At the targeted 24,000 tons per day mining rate, this represents savings of approximately 18% of the fuel used for power generation. Additionally, we expect a potential reduction in the emission of sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and particulates once the plant comes into service, which is expected in mid-2023. At Tasiast, we have also reduced emissions through improvements in haul truck speed, operator training, and mine planning involving shorter haul routes that have all reduced the use of heavy equipment while maintaining the needs for the mine's requirements. Mine design optimization contributed to lower waste haul cycle times, saving over 2 million liters of diesel while also mining more efficiently. An important part of our renewable energy strategy is also to evaluate future opportunities for optimization. For example, while the solar power plant at Tasiast is currently optimized for our needs and based on proven available technology, we are continuing to monitor technological advancements. And when the time is right, we can choose to accommodate expansions in battery storage. The reality in mining is that 90% of our global emissions come from the power grids that we use or the rolling fleets that we deploy. This means that we need to work with governments and third-party manufacturers to embark on meaningful changes. The grids that we are connected to need to become greener, and zero-emission mining fleets need to become widely accepted and economic. Hydrogen-related technologies are an exciting new development, and we have a task force set up that is monitoring the development of these technologies as applicable to the mining industry. This includes investigating the viability of electrolysis in hydrogen-powered vehicles. As examples, we have entered into an agreement with Komatsu to take an active role in the development of the zero-emission haulage solution, which will target the development of zero-emission haul trucks. We are also following Mauritania's Project Noir to produce hydrogen from renewables, which could potentially place Mauritania as a major energy center in Africa. As technologies advance, we will look for possible opportunities to participate. We are also excited about exploring the potential to use our renewable generation facilities post-life of mine to create green hydrogen. In conclusion, Kinross is committed to being part of the solution to the global challenge that climate change presents, and we are investing in greener technologies at all stages of the mine life cycle to advance this goal. Our climate change strategy and renewable energy goals are in alignment with Mauritania's greenhouse gas reduction targets and the national strategy to transform the Mauritanian energy sector and increase the share of renewables in the energy mix. We embedded climate change considerations into our strategic business decisions, project development plans, mine life planning, and financial analysis. Renewable energy is a very important piece of this strategy and one we are committed to advancing. We are confident that through dialogue and mutual commitment, we can continue to make positive changes in how energy generation is approached in the industry through existing and new green technologies. In Mauritania, we know that reducing greenhouse gas emissions and committing to renewable energy are goals shared by our partners in government. Our plans go hand in hand, and we are looking forward to working together to address this in a constructive manner. Thank you.